Oh, what an unbelievable final 2 weeks of the baseball season that we have ahead of us. You got the Padres opening the homestand with Houston. You got the Dodgers finishing up in Atlanta and then coming home with an opportunity to try to regain their momentum. The Padres, a game and a half lead over Arizona, 3.5 lead over Atlanta in the wild card race, 3.5 lead over the suddenly struggling New York Mets in the wild card race. Meanwhile, they get the Houston Astros here to begin this short homestand, final homestand regular season, and then they get the Chicago White Sox to finish out the homestand. The money players are earning their money. One night it's Tatis with home runs. The next night it could be Machado's bat. It could be Machado's glove. It's Musgrove coming off the deal and dealing like he used to deal when he was totally healthy. The big boys are playing at the most important part of the season, big time baseball. Quick response on the Friars?
Oh, what a great sweep. And you had Musgrove and Cease, throwing 6 shutout innings each. And then even Perez looked pretty good for a while. The pitching was fantastic. If you're a Giants fan, you got to be, how in the hell they're not scoring any runs? But the Padres were so dominant, and there was a lot of defensive moments over the weekend. Great time to be a Padre fan.
Are you worried about Suarez? His ERA in the last month is 6.14. This is the guy that was at 1.42. He doesn't have bite in his fastball. He's got velocity, but it's straight balls, a 6.14 ERA. Wow, not the same pitcher.
Not the same guy. Yeah, I mean, he's always Bobby fastballs. To your point, in the bite, you see that run, that kind of second gear when it's halfway, to the plate. We're not seeing that quite as sharp and as crisp as Suarez. You wonder if Schilt would ever rearrange the order of the back end of the bullpen.
He was asked that question yesterday, and he indicated not at this point, but Tanner Scott has closing ability, and obviously Jason Adam has closed too, so there are insurance policies there if they need to give Suarez additional rest or if they want to rearrange the rows. That's Padre baseball, Dodger baseball. I don't know where to start with this because some of this is really catastrophic. The Dodgers knew the history of Tyler Glasnow, number 1 draft pick, Pittsburgh Pirates, all the elbow problems there, went to Tampa Bay, dominated, elbow problems. They knew what they were getting into when they gave him $136 million guaranteed, and now he's had the elbow flare-up, and now he's got a sprained elbow ligament. There's such history. They took a gamble that might not work out because I don't think he's going to pitch the rest of the season. Meanwhile, we had the unbelievable heroics for the Dodgers in the 9th inning of Sunday's game in Atlanta when they scored 7. It looked like it was going to be a lost weekend of the Braves because the Dodgers had stopped hitting. Walker Buehler, some days good, some days not so good. Boy, Sunday, he gave them 6 vintage Walker Buehler innings. That was pretty impressive. Huge question, though. What starters are you going to trust in postseason for the Dodgers? And then, by the way, outside of Michael Kopech and his 100-mile-an-hour fastball, are there any other relievers you can trust out of the Dodger bullpen? These are big storylines. Big storylines because Shohei Ohtani, Showtime, a week ago was told, you're going to cut back. You're not going to throw bullpen sessions. We'll just want you to concentrate on the DH thing. Glasnow gets hurt. Ohtani goes back and starts bullpen sessions again. And the theory is Dodgers may use him in the postseason out of the bullpen 1 inning at a time. He's had 6 bullpen sessions so far. Last one on the weekend in Atlanta, he threw 25 fastballs and breaking pitches, no problems at all. Meanwhile, Dave Roberts, the manager, just continues his pronounced vote of confidence to this team, even though they've been struggling to play above 500, seems like for the last month. Dave Roberts says, I believe in the talent. I believe in the character. I believe in the will to win. We will win. We are the Dodgers. So there's a ton of different topics here as it relates to Dodger Blue. The podium is yours.
The podium is mine. Well, first of all, Glasnow, you're right. There was a lot of risk with that guy, but he's good when he's healthy. Oh my, he's a dominant pitcher.
Past tense.
So I saw the report. He's likely done for the regular season. Could he maybe make a comeback in the playoffs, or he's out?
I think he's out because you need ramp-up time, and we're going to get ramp-up time while the playoff games are going on.
Yeah, so, because right now they're hunting for any kind of pitcher they can find. The Ohtani situation is interesting. I'm doing the timeline in my mind. When did he have the surgery? Because it wasn't like a regular Tommy John. It was that brace surgery, right? So the recovery period for that must be a lot shorter.
Brace is 8 to 12. The other is 14 to 18.
Okay.
So he had it in the middle of that last Angel season. If he's thrown bullpens max effort and has had no problems, I think he becomes eligible 1 inning out of the pen with a pitch limit.
You know, there are some people that have speculated that Ohtani was better off in the bullpen in the first place. I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, there's a wear and tear factor that's much different if you're a starter than if you're a reliever. But if they have to use him, and I get the tendency to think that they want to use him, that they need to use him, that it will be with kid gloves. It will be a small dose, and it won't be back-to-back days. It'll be a most critical situation where they will use him for 1 inning. He won't come back and pitch a second day, and they'll try to spot him along the way.
It reminds me of, remember the World Series where the Arizona Diamondbacks brought Randy Johnson in from the bullpen? The Giants did that with Madison Bumgarner, I remember.
And the Dodgers did it with Max Scherzer, and it blew up in their face, and he broke down.
Okay.
So this is fascinating to see where this goes. Glass now is done. Ohtani might be the next call to the bullpen. Interesting.